And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Starship Corporation. So Starship Corporation is a game that I saw a little bit ago. Fascinating game. And I decided, you know what, let's give it a shot. Why not? It looks cool. Looks like fun. So let's give it a try. So we're going to go single player in a new sandbox game. What is the name of your company? Well, it's going to be called Castac, of course. So how do we feel about the company's current financial situation? The company has grown a lot by the very wise decisions of the past management during the war. We have substantial reserves to rely on for our coming investments. Let's go with that one. That's the easy option. What's your prediction of where the market is going? Well, the solar system has recovered well and the markets could not be better. Business is thriving, people are excited about space exploration, and creditors are very interested in taking part in the boom. Sure. Business going, liquidity. Collect a lot of money to win. Doesn't really matter right now, but, you know. Alright, so right now what they're saying is at the moment the galaxy map is limited to only one star system. We can open our office there, but we can't expand our business to new systems or transport our ships around. So eventually we're going to have all this stuff to flying around between. So I'm going to select AD-AAC. We're going to add an office. Yes. Now, we're going to go to modules, and we're going to technology. All these wonderful technology choices. So we're basically, you throw money at problems and problems go away. Right? Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start some research. And the first thing we start researching are small and medium cargo containers. You can do it that way, you can just click over here. So begin research on that. And then over here, I really want connections, because connections, and I'm going to actually dump a huge amount of money in there. Because that's a wicked useful thing to research. And then I want something a bit larger than, oh, quick thing. Don't forget to switch between these. So I'm going to start researching the Yanmori hull right there. Great. Now, to actually get that research going, you can unpause the game. 1 second is 1 second. Or you can take it up into time compression modes. Now, the main reason I'm doing this is because there we go. We got the lift from connections. However, what I really actually want over there is I want at least to get power connectors. Alright, we got small cargo. Okay, so the Yanmori just finished researching, right? Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually research the galley. Yeah. Okay, so now we've gotten power connections. Goody, good, good. Alright, so what we can do now is we can go into modules. What's the last thing we have to finish researching? Oh, medium cargo? Yeah, it doesn't matter yet. So we're going to go into market. Alright? We have all these things that people want us to build. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a light transporter. They want to build on the Little Bug chassis. It's good. We have it. Freight capacity has to be 1,200. Okay. Fuel 40. Crew 12 max. Range 100. Mission duration 2 months. I think we could do that. Alright. We're going to select the Little Bug. Let's clear these research windows. Alright, so this should be a fairly simple design for us. Zoom in a little bit. Oh good, they are actually working. Alright, so what the power connection lets us do is it actually lets us share power between decks, as the lift lets us actually move things between decks. So, that's good. Now the first thing we're going to have to stick on this thing are going to be our engines. Those are thrusters, main engine, there we go. And for this, we're going to use this octagonal engine. It's going to fit in right there like that. Now, we're also going to need to put in some fuel. So we'll go storage, fuel tank. And then we need to connect it up. So if I click this button, fuel supply grid, I can draw this over like that. But notice we're not getting any power yet. That's because we don't have power. So what we're going to connect next will be a bit of power. So we're going to go with a small nuclear generator. And actually, because of the design we're using, we're going to go with 2. There we go. So that's connected. Now, if you'll notice, this is no longer having heat issues. It's still saying it's having fuel issues, but fuel appears to be connected. Let's see what this says. Not enough fuel. $50 out of 40. That's enough fuel for my tastes. It's just not saying it's connected. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so the other thing we need to put in is, you can see that there's this little temperature symbol. That means that the ship is in danger of overheating. So we're going to put in some cooling units. Alright. Now we're going to need more cooling units than this, but this is just a good place to start. Alright. So install the cooling hatch, like that. And if you notice, this also needs power. And then we can connect the cooling. Now, see, that's interesting. It's not... It's very interesting. Oh, I see, because it doesn't provide enough cooling. Alright, so what we're going to have to do next is we have to add a new cooling system here. Because this doesn't provide enough cooling. This thing almost needs an entire cooling unit on its own. So what we'll do is we'll then put that there, and then we'll connect another cooling hatch, like so. And we'll hook up the power to it. we go, and then we'll go to cooling. Now, you can see that just turned white because it does not have the ability to supply anything else to it. Now it says down 100. Oh, I see. See how that says 50? Right, okay. So, by the way, you can left-click drag to move things around. And let me actually... Yeah. Alright, because we need to put another fuel tank in. I actually didn't realize that. So, the fuel tanks have a specific amount of fuel that they need to receive 100 fuel per second, and each fuel tank small only gives them 50. So what that means is that we have to rebuild a little bit. So now we connect fuel supply like that. Nope, I don't want to do that. There. So see how that just turned green? Now, we're also going to need to put some other components on this vehicle too. And that's going to be interesting. Alright, so let's get rid of these. Let's also get rid of these, even though they're being a bit nudge right now. Okay. So, the main thing is this is a cargo transporter. So we need to carry 1,200 tons of cargo. Or 1,200. So we're going to go to solid. And we're going to need 3 of these, right? There we go. Now, the problem with this build here is that what we're going to have to do is figure out extra space, basically. Yeah. Because if we go back to connections, I can't squeeze a lift in here anywhere. So what we'll do is we'll take this cargo bay out. So those go in, right? Right. Now, we still need... Alright, so we're going to need a total of 4 engineers down here. Right? Right. 4 engineers. Which means we need engineering quarters. Now, what we can do... Technicians, that's what they're called. So that's 3 of the ones we need. but we still have to fit cooling units in. Alright, so let's go to here. Alright, there we go. Just moving some things around, make this a little bit easier on myself. Alright, but we're not done yet. Oop, I do not want to do that. We still need to put those hatches back in, remember? Infrastructure, there we go. Hatches. And we'll put the 2 cooling hatches in, like so. And we'll hook up the rest of the cooling unit. There we go. And that also means we need just a bit more power, too. 1, and right there. So that's all connected. Now, the last thing we need to do here, or at least on this deck, is we need to put in some bay doors for these guys. Alright, so the 2 bay doors are in, and we can now connect power. The absolute last thing we need to do is we need to get another tech quarter in here. And that seems to be good enough right there. Yeah, that'll work. There. So that's all Christmas treed out. Now, we still have a whole upper level to do. Yeah. So you can see here I'm supplying 600 kilowatts, and I only need 276. This is coming in handy. Alright. Now, I'm also going to stick, before I get too caught up, I need another small cargo pod. Yeah, see? I can't quite do 2 abreast there. Yeah. It's easier just to kind of stuff it into that corner there. Alright, so we'll go hatches and small bay door. There we go. Alright, what else do I need to do here? Right, so we're going to need a cockpit. Core modules. Bridge. Small bridge. Boom. That's our cockpit. We'll click the power to it. Okay. Now we need pilot's quarters. Well, that's not too bad. But first I want to put in a computer core. Now this isn't a great spot to put it in because it's exposed, but that doesn't matter much to me right now. Alright, so we're going to need at least 2 pilots. That's fine. Berthing. Pilots. There we go. Now, I also need to put some cooling in this area, right? So we're going to go open cooling unit. Put that right there. And berthing, where is it? Infrastructure. There we go. Cooling hatch. I'm not designing this thing for survivability, by the way. You might be able to tell that. Disconnect that. Kill that, please. Oh, I see what it did there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now we just connect our cooling unit. And that's connected right there. And we also need to connect power down, and that gives us a nice line down the center of the ship. And it also gives us what we needed in terms of maneuverability and speed. Great. Okay, so now we need to give ourselves what? We're at half of our recommended of our crew limit. Well, that's not too bad. We still need under here, there. I still need to give us life support. Actually, let's fit. Hey, it fits. And water treatment. Good. Okay, so now what are we doing? Well, now we need to start connecting things. We need to give ourselves some more storage for things. So water. Water tank small. Boom. Plenty of space. Oops. And a small air tank. I got these backwards. Whoopsies. And let's get that small air tank back out here, shall we? Alright, so now let's look at power. That's not what I wanted. We still have enough power to pull this off, huh? Nice. Alright, so we're going to have to connect this all the way back here. And then we're going to have to connect water. And oxygen supplies. Alright. Not enough medics, missing exit hatch, that's fine. Okay. So we need to put some medic berthing in here. We need at least one. That's fine. We can do that. Now, I don't think I have sick bay yet. What's my required? Not enough EEV. Yeah. Well, let's see what we're looking at the final total. Because we still have some error messages to take care of here. Missing exit hatch, not enough medics, insufficient rating. Yeah, fine. Alright, so, birthing, we're going to have to put some more medics in. Clicky clicky. Actually... Alright, so we got our medics aboard now. Well, now we have to connect that to power. Thank you. Not enough energy. Uh-oh. I was afraid of that. We're going to have to shoehorn another reactor in here somewhere. Well, guys, I hope you didn't need that EEV, because that's not happening. Actually, you know what we can do? Let's just make sure we don't go over our cooling budget. I don't think we will, actually. We do not. Good. Oops, cancel. Yeah, okay. Drinking water needs to be connected to water tanks. I know my alarm just went off, but let's try and finish this up as fast as we can, shall we? So, I have a medic here. The thing is, I kind of want to put on an extra technician in this thing. That got everyone happy. Alright, insufficient rating, requirements unfulfilled. What requirements? I'm not seeing any reds over here. Missing exit hatch. Alright, well we can fix that now. The only good place to stick it on this deck is straight in. You know, we could have them exit through that cargo bay. Seems like a good idea to me. Why not? Alright, so that's there. Room without access, design not operational. Right, so we do rooms without access now. Basically, what we have to do now is decide how these are all going to connect to each other. So see how those are all connected now with hatches? That will allow our personnel to actually get in between them. At least relatively easily. Hook up power to all these doors. And so see, this is why I decided to put in that other reactor. Because my brain finally told me, it said, listen, I could theoretically get away with not using a third reactor in this thing, right? But if I did that, I'd have to really accept some compromises I didn't want to accept. When it comes to how much power, how quickly my guys can move around. By the way, without that power connector, this is a very... Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Houston, we have a problem. That tech quarters area isn't really accessible. There's no good way to get to it. So let's wire this up. I'm missing a power line somewhere. Oh. I'm missing power lines a lot of somewheres. See? There. Power line's okay. I'm green all the way down here. We need some EEVs, though. 2. We need 2 EEVs. If I could figure out where the heck to stick them. And I can connect them with hatches. So if we get rid of this one, right? You know, I just really don't have enough space in there. Well, buddy, I hope you don't mind, but everyone's going to have to charge through your quarters to get the escape hatch. I hope you don't mind that. You know. So those are all connected. Okay, I have no idea. Need to improve its rating. Alright, so I'm going to tinker with this design a little bit to figure out how to improve its rating. And, yeah. So, I'll be back in a little bit. This has been Mr. Kassarian. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And, yeah, this is Starship Corporation, and this is going to be a series. So, see you next episode. And have fun constructing your own starship.